I think that's what's gonna happen to Brett Favre.
That's what's gonna happen?
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't want that to happen to him. I want him to go back to Hattiesburg in one piece. But I just don't feel that way.
You don't feel so. All right. Well, just a little reminder, everybody. This is Keep It a Real Sports. We are live, and the number just for you to chime in: 877-242-8212. We chat about it. Radio powered by CBS Radio. Now we were just talking about the NFL, and we're gonna get back into the NFL when we talk about fantasy football, and we're gonna break down who to get and who not to get, who's hot, who's not. The logical stuff. We don't have Matthew Berry here. We don't have. I mean, not Matthew. Yeah, we don't have him here. We don't. So it's okay. We got Father Napoleon here. That's what we got.
Yes, sir.
All right, we have him. Now, the next thing that I want to get into is actually everybody's favorite subject.
Which is?
You don't know?
No, I don't.
Come on.
I'm new to the game.
The U.S. Open tennis is about to be underway.
I can't wait.
We had Arthur Ashe Day yesterday.
I can't wait. That's what was going on? That's why there was so much traffic.
That's why there was so much traffic for a Queens native like yourself.
Yes, I am a Queens native.
You would know about, Arthur Ashe Day.
Well, I didn't get an email, so if I don't get nothing that comes through on my phone, I don't know what's going on.
All right. Well,
I love tennis.
All right.
I do. I especially love women's tennis. If it ain't Venus or Serena, I don't know.
Well, it's a good thing you brought that up because Serena Williams is not going to be playing this year because of an injury.
I'm going home now.
No, well, I'm giving you the honest what's going on here. There's no Serena Williams
or Juan Del Petro because he was the winner.
You said Venus is not playing?
Venus is playing.
Venus is playing.
Serena's not playing.
That's the moneymaker right there. I don't know if I'm gonna watch.
I find that unfair. Okay, I'm an avid Venus fan. Okay,
well I'm an avid Serena fan, and
why are you
her on Twitter?
Can I be honest, sir? Can we be honest for the radio people out there?
Yes.
Why do you like Serena more? Because of her game or because of her other assets?
Well,
I'm just asking an honest question.
Well, her backhand is very impeccable.
Oh, okay.
Her backhand?
Yes. Her backswing with the racket.
Okay.
It's only stuff that you can teach. You're going to be taught that in Compton.
Right.
But,
it's been clocked at like what, over 119 miles an hour.
You're right, but Venus's serve is just it's up there with the greats.
Well, I feel that
with Andy Roddick.
So Serena is a little bit more brolic.
She is.
Than Venus.
We all know this.
All right. So then I don't see why we even having this discussion.
All right. Well, with
I'm
Serena
just
Williams
more
out,
fan. I'm sorry.
So with Serena Williams out, who do you think is the favorite? We're going with Venus Williams, who has not played since Wimbledon.
She hasn't played since Wimbledon. How long ago was that?
Wimbledon was a couple of months ago.
That's quite some time.
That is.
That's like a vacation kind of.
Yes.
And she's picking up a racket now to come back to play for the U.S. Open.
She hasn't played for a while. Do you think like she has enough? Because they hear Sharapova's gotten a lot better. She's hot again.
Look, can we stop talking about Sharapova?
Well, Sharapova is good. It's not like Sharapova's like Kornikova. Kornikova was terrible. She just looked good. Sharapova can actually play.
Yeah, Kornikova was just horrible. But Sharapova, every year, it has to do something with her. Like, oh, man, she's going to do something. And then she gets kicked out the second and third round.
But that's how we feel about Andy Roddick.
No.
Andy Roddick doesn't win. Everybody acts like Andy Roddick wins.
At least
Andy Roddick is just a good face for U.S. tennis.
Thank you. That's why he's American.
At least he goes to the semifinals or the finals.
No, he hasn't been in the finals.
So what is he? What is he? The Knicks?
Somebody ever check that.
What is he? The Knicks of the 90s?
So you're saying no? If you want to give a person like James Blake. Like a person that everyone talks about, and then he gets kicked out.
He's like the ultimate underdog. Yeah. He's like everybody's favorite.
Right, I watch James Blake. Yeah, and he gets kicked out.
Yeah.
And Hewitt also.
But he gets kicked. That's the Sharapova right there, James Blake.
Yeah, he's the Sharapova.
Anybody at least goes past, the first, second, and third round.
That's crazy.
Very funny stuff. But here's the thing, though. I've never been a fan of Andy Roddick for the simple fact that even though they always talk about him, they talk about him heavy for somebody who hasn't won that often.
You know what?
He hasn't won that often. And we know it is not fair somewhat to him because you got Federer, you got Nadal, and those guys are playing at an extremely high level.
I mean, he's one of the top four. Honestly, with him and Andy Murray, because it's at the top is Federer and Nadal.
Yes.
Right. We know that. That's top. Even at the ESPYs, best tennis player, they're the only two in the nomination. That's sad. And then 2 tiers down is Andy Murray and Andy Roddick.
I give you that. Yeah.
And that's why everyone talks about them so much is because that's all that's left. Well, who can create a whole journal and blog on James Blake? Let's be honest.
It's possible.
It is possible, but they have to include most of his defeats in there.
They have to because that's what the blog is gonna be based on.
Yeah,
That's
why they always talk about. That's always they bait. Plus, he is the face of U.S. tennis.
Yeah, U.S. tennis, right?
But here's my thing. Now I'm gonna ask you guys, and everybody listening at home.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like tennis is gonna start going on a downward spiral, or is it gonna stay constant, or possibly go up? Like, where do you feel like tennis is going right now?
You know what I think is going up? It's going up because of the fact that Federer has lost at the U.S. Open, and there's more of a challenge towards him. Now that he knows he was number one for how long? Like 5 years?
Yeah,
about 5 years. Yeah.
And then Nadal was there, and they were going back and forth, but he was still number one. But ever since, now for the past year or so, he's been going at a gradual decrease, and that's, of course, a lot of people. If I see, if you're,
that's like the same thing with Pete Sampras. Like, he was at the top of his game, and before he got like ranked like 10 or something like that, he was like, okay, I'm done.
Like, I have to leave. But if you're a person like,
had injuries also.
This is true.
If you're anybody and you seen the person it took you like a record sets at Wimbledon to beat, and you didn't defeat him, but Juan Del Petro at the U.S. Open defeats him, is that gonna put a little more fire in your on your stove?
Well, here's the thing: you would think that, but what I'm trying to understand is the appeal of tennis.
Oh, okay.
You see, that's what I'm really trying to get at. I understand the level of competition has gotten better. We've noticed that it's gotten much better.
Much better.
But does it appeal to the average fan of sports? You understand what I'm saying? That's what you got to think about, because the U.S. Open have Arthur Ashe Day. You said you didn't even know.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
As long as they're
look, I don't know if y'all knew that.
See, look at Jonas Brothers were there, man.
Yeah, they were there.
Look, as long
you know the song? I was about to sing the song.
As long as MLS is there, tennis has nothing to worry about.
Excuse me?
Yeah, MLS is.
As long as MLS is there,
Major League Soccer.
Tennis has nothing to worry about.
That has been a disaster.
I wouldn't say it's a disaster. It just does not appeal to the American
at all. It's been a disaster.
Well, you don't think
that's
on an upward spin in like U.S. sports? You don't think so? Like, I think soccer
after the World Cup.
Like
that happens every time though.
Yeah, but then next year is not
because just the other day I was just riding around and I'm seeing signs for Elmont Soccer like in Queens, like they putting together teams, like they got banners, like it's crazy. I was like, oh wow, like they really like kind of scout out these kids to play soccer.
Soccer is great for kids, in my opinion. I feel like all kids play soccer.
You're right. I play soccer as a child.
I feel like
I would love to play soccer. It's kind of sad when people see me like, why don't you play soccer? I just like to do tricks.
I thought you always did play soccer.
You see? I just like to play tricks. I just like to play tricks.
You're not supposed to tell a book by its cover. You can't do that. That's not good.
But soccer's a fun game to play. Like something like golf. If you go to Pennsylvania and do a front nine, of course you're going to watch it. It's boring. But when you're playing it, it's pretty fun. But it's different when you're watching it. Watch MLS and some people watching golf. It's hard for them to watch.
Listen. It is hard for me to watch because I have to pay a subscription on my Fios bill to get the Golf Channel. Whereas the NFL Network comes with the package. The NBA Network comes with the package.
All right, you're definitely right. What we're gonna do right now is pause for a quick CBS news break. We'll be right back. Keep it real sports here on Chat About It Radio.
CBS News Update. I'm Gary Nahn. Katrina plus 5 years of vivid reminder for the Gulf Coast region and the nation of the heartbreak and devastation of the monster hurricane that broadsided the region. CBS's Mark Strassman is in New Orleans.
Many people see scars of Katrina every day. They go for a walk, they drive their car to work, and they see a reminder. And the reminder could be a vacant lot. It can be a house that is there now but wasn't there before because it's been rebuilt. There are just permanent changes in this landscape here.
President Obama visits New Orleans later today. He will speak at Xavier University, which, like the city, was 80% flooded by the storm.
He's going to commemorate lives lost, the shared sacrifice along the Gulf Coast. He's also going to say that America has not forgotten the coast and is going to recommit America to the rebuilding of this place. 5 years later, this place is much rebuilt, but of course it still has a long way to go.
Katrina and its aftermath killed 1,800 people. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nahn.
We are back, keeping it real sports here on Chat About It Radio, powered by CBS Radio. And we had a discussion just about the U.S. Open and the tennis starting back up. It's, like I said, we can go back and forth with who we feel will be the win for the men's side, the women's side. Just take quick guesses right now. Predictions.
Mm-hmm.
Men's side, who you got? Jeff.
Who I got on the men's side?
Yeah.
I mean, I like the little Spaniard, Nadal, man.
All right.
I like him.
Nadal, who you got? Lincoln.
always been an Nadal fan since 2006, so I always go for him. But, I always pull for Andy Roddick. I don't know why.
He's ranked number 9 right now.
The fact is just, it's Andy Roddick. Anymore. He's not. Hey, hey, times was hard. Venus was out there at the same time as well, and she won. She was unranked and she won. Okay.
No, Venus is a different story.
You're right. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You don't need to put a number next to them. They don't care. They just play. They don't.
The same thing. They're like unranked in doubles, but they win every year.
Yeah.
That's messed.
See,
I found that
they don't play any other event. They just play the big events and just win.
I found that kind of. I feel that messed up. Like
that's how you play.
The number 1 seed plays like every week. Yeah. Wins every week.
You can't beat.
Then when you get to Wimbledon and doubles, you can't. You lose in the second or third round to Venus.
They lose badly. They lose badly too.
That is messed up.
But so honestly, I would take Federer.
He's great on grass.
I'm taking Federer.
On grass. It's not grass anyway.
Hard court.
It's hard court.
It's hard court.
So,
not clay. You're thinking clay and all that.
Clay is the French Open.
That's French, yeah.
Wimbledon is grass, and U.S. Open is hard blue the blue clay court.
I go with Federer in the men's and the women's. I'm going Venus. I'm rocking with Venus. Because if Serena's not, I'm going to rock with Venus.
I'm still rocking with Serena. She's going to come off the bench, and she's going to play unranked and win it all.
Great. Now,
that's truly unfair if she ever did that. Like, I'm not playing, guys, so you don't have to rank me. And then just
come out of nowhere and
defeat the number 1 in, like, the first round.
Done deal.
All right, let me get on to the next topic real quick. The on the website keepingitrealsports.com, which you should be checking out. It's a great website.
No, I didn't.
Really?
Yes, it is. Very good website. The poll question of the week was about which NBA series video game do you prefer? And the options. Yes, I see people got their opinions here. Now, the options were NBA Live / Elite, because you changed the name to Elite.
Oh,
or the NBA 2K series.
That's it. There's no.
That's done deal.
I wrote an article on the site. If you check it out,
yeah, I definitely did. Yeah, I voted as well.
Yeah, it was the best game period, best sports game period.
Period.
Now, I broke down like the significance of some of these video games that have come out over the last.
I'm gonna vote for the first time.
Well, check this out. The voting's closed.
Oh wow.
Because the show started.
Now,
here's the thing.
Go ahead.
Some of these video games that have come out over the last 10, 20 years, like for example Madden, how they've changed.
Right.
Like Madden became such a huge force to the point that they have taken out all the competition. That there's only one true NFL game, and that's Madden.
That's it.
That's it.
Because ESPN tried to make a run. ESPN football.
They tried. They went ESPN and 2K. Then they tried to combine them.
Right.
And that didn't work.
That was on the original Xbox console.
Yeah. Before you continue on, ESPN NFL 2K5 was better, was well reviewed and considered better. But T.O. was then Madden 05.
Honestly, that was a good game.
And because of that, the Madden people said, let's buy this rights. Let's buy the rights.
They was like, listen.
Let's look this
NFL, up. We're going to be the only game to do football. That's it.
That's it. Because you're the come up right now, right? So
right?
let's cut this off.
Just get on the winning team. Let's stop playing games, and let's just nip this in the butt right now.
But that's business right there. Like the way they was able to just take over Madden is no joke.
Yeah, they just put the the monopoly on the game.
Now we look at another situation with the NBA, and it's funny because I've grown up on NBA Live.
Everyone has.
I grew up on NBA Live as well.
And out of
Since
nowhere,
95.
NBA 2K kind of just turned up the heat, heavy.
It's not out of nowhere because not a lot of people had Dreamcast.
I had a Dreamcast, and NBA 2K was fun. It was fun.
Yeah, they had.
It was Iverson on the cover.
For 5 straight years.
Yes.
Yeah.
When it got to 2K4, it was showing a little change, but it wasn't showing that big. And then 2K5 came, $20.
Yep.
And that's when it hit the market.
That was the main reason why everybody.
It was $20, and it showed the same type of gameplay, but even more that looked like realistic.
Smoother, more realistic.
Well, hey, can you pull up some video footage of
no
both of them real quick? Pull them up real quick. The thing is, when you talk about like NBA Live, NBA Elite, it shows more of the cartoonish side of the basketball game. That's why a lot of people had a problem with. Because in the beginning, we used to love that.
We used to love that in the beginning. When you could hit a 3 with Patrick Ewing, you used to love that, Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I used to love it too. And then I got a 360 and made the transition.
You see?
And that's all I've been rocking with ever since.
It definitely has.
If it's not 2K, I can't show you the way.
Exactly. What footage are we showing right now? I'm leaking.
Right now we're showing the trailer to 2K11 right now.
Okay.
There hasn't been a trailer for Elite yet. They're slacking.
They've had actually developmental.
That's not a trailer.
That's not a trailer.
Not a trailer like the one that's playing right now. That's showing Jordan and the rest of them.
And the rest of them.
Because I'm talking about like the bad boys of
you mean
Pistons when they're showing the old school, they're showing the new. Yesterday they put out 2K Sports.
Yes.
They put out a controls trailer. They revamped the controls, and it looks
wow.
I feel so bad for NBA Elite. I really do.
Well,
I think NBA Jam's the only thing that can attempt to save them.
Well, NBA Jam is
right. That's right. They are making NBA Jam.
NBA
That's
Jam is
right.
gonna be at EA Sports too, right? That's gonna be very.
If it's EA Sports, I'm getting it.
It was on the Midway. I remember before for so many years.
Yeah.
Midway.
The arcade game. Yeah, it was arcade.
So it's gonna be very interesting to see how that rolls.
Big in the pizza shops.
Oh yeah, I used to play that a lot.
Right after school.
Oh,
Oh man, the pizza shops.
NBA
I haven't
Jam?
seen any arcades and pizza shops anymore.
No. Because the kids don't respect.
The kids don't. Yeah,
Today's kids do not respect.
All about Facebook and
They're
Yep.
Facebook.
Oh my God, I gotta update my status.
not even that, like playing games, Cafe World and West and Farm, whatever.
Well, Farmville is done.
Yeah, they stopped doing that. That was a little fad. That was dumb.
That's great because they need to go back in the old school and just go. I feel like an old school baseball player.
Now he's
they need
old
to go
school.
to
Now he's
pizza
old
shops.
Now he's a traditional.
Right.
When the
Traditional,
American League and the National League.
I'm the last of an era, the '80s era. Okay, I can talk.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
he
you
is the
sound
last
like you
one.
89 then.
I am.
You're the last of the 80s.
The last. I can talk.
Oh, okay. You
I can
got
barely
it.
talk.
You got it.
But
You
I
got
can
it.
whisper and talk.
All right, congratulations on that one, sir. But now, we took the vote on our website.
I think you should recheck it again, honestly.
Really?
Yeah.
You want to check it?
I checked it.
Check it. Just to give the percentages.
The percentages is definitely let's refresh the page, 'cause I think some more people voted.
Oh, really?
Yeah, let's check.
I already said voting was closed and that I couldn't vote. So you lied to me.
67% picked 2K.
Oh, so over the
NBA Elite, yeah.
Wow, 67%. That was pretty close though.
Yeah,
Sounds like a landslide to
because
me.
you know why? Because NBA Live and Elite, when you're accustomed to something you can't let go, there's a lot of people like that, and they just can't let go of that game. Even though it's pretty bad, you just in your mind you think this is that good, I still can play it. Where you know that the competition is better.
All right. Well, I agree with you on that. So 2K wins. 2K is the winner of that question. Now, I'm going to pose the question of the week for next week so we can answer. This week's question is going to be, which sport, or should I say, which professional league needs the most help? The options are the NHL.
Oh, okay. I think he's going to put something else.
WNBA.
Oh, then we
then
won.
that's it.
Then
That's
it.
That's the winner right there.
MLS.
Nah. MLS is good. MLS is good.
They got a good boost. You know when you swim.
Go ahead.
You know when you swim, right? And as a child, but you couldn't swim fast, pushing off, and you put your leg on the wall and you push yourself off.
Yeah.
That's the World Cup.
All right.
So MLS is a swimmer, and the World Cup was the wall to push yourself off. So they're kind of good right now.
Okay.
They just and they got that French player.
Yeah.
Henri. He plays for the Red Bulls.
Well, you know what? Take a vote. You're gonna vote on this, all right? Those are the three options.
Oh yeah.
You got WNBA, you got MLS, and I forget one.
NHL. I mean, as long as Ovechkin's still there, I think, and Crosby is still there. They got somebody to love, somebody to hate.
It still feels like the NHL was more popular in the 90s.
It was.
Much more popular.
But in the sport, all you need is somebody to love and somebody to hate.
That's it.
And they have those two right there. Even though it's reversed for me, because I absolutely love Ovechkin.
All right. That guy, he's a weird player. He's not the type like a Sidney Crosby, the pretty boy.
That's why they're
nice
completely.
Guy.
He clearly said this. I love this. He said, if I see Sidney Crosby, I would fight him. We are not friends. That's true.
He's not like LeBron James. Like I want to be on the team with him.
Sidney Crosby. Look, man, let's be on the same team. All right, let's get these champions. No, he said I do not like him. I want to play against him. I want to fight him.
There you go.
I respect that.
That's a tough.
Let's go.
This is sad. This is just sad. So I'm on the WNBA website right now.
All right.
And
also known as Facebook/WNBA.
Oh, you right.
You right. Disrespectful.
You right.
Disrespectful.
You right. But so yeah.
Right,
So I'm perusing the site, and the first thing that just jumps out at me is that they're selling advertising space on their jerseys.
Yes.
What is this? The Seattle? Who is this?
You know what I want to do though? Actually, before we always give our thoughts and our opinions with it, I want to actually bring in either a WNBA player or coach or somebody from WNBA personnel to explain this.
I would love to.
Clear this up. You like that?
I would love to interview because I remember one time that
they're
we
gonna
did that in
smack.
my old
They're gonna
school.
smack every one of us.
Well, that's why we're gonna be. You gotta be very.
I'm gonna try.
I will be very discreet.
That may be to show you're not there. But,
okay, cool.
You know,
cool.
so we're gonna work that out.
I'll call up.
We're gonna work that out. I'm gonna get opinions as well. The next thing that I want to definitely get into is we went from WNBA. How about the NBA? There's not really big free agent news besides the fact that Carmelo Anthony, we brought up last week, could possibly be a Knick.
There is news.
There is more news.
He had an argument with Cat Stacks this morning, early in the morning.
Oh well.
That's news for the NBA. It has to do with Carmelo Anthony.
How Cat Stacks makes every media
she's leaving
source
the hip hop world, and now she's going into NBA ball players. Oh man.
So
y'all better watch out.
But speaking of NBA, the USA, not NBA, but basketball, USA
FIBA.
Basketball, they were leading 42-28 in a half against Slovenia. Kevin Durant had 15 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists.
All right, good. Thanks for the update on that, Lincoln. Now the thing is with the NBA, it's like I said, this is the down period now. The Knicks just signed Patrick Ewing Jr.
Ooh,
I don't really understand this one.
They just in love with the Ewing family.
That's
just what it is. It was like, you know what, Pat, we're gonna do you a favor. We're gonna continue your legacy, and we're gonna sign your son. Come on board.
Now what's his now? The Ewing jersey's already retired. So what's he gonna do? Ewing Jr.? That's what's gonna say on the back of it.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's gonna say.
That's gonna look weird. I'm not feeling that.
Well, that's what you New York fans do.
I'm just saying.
I don't know what to tell you.
The Knicks are gonna have a better year than the Nets this year. Everybody knows that.
Don't get too crazy.
The Nets look terrible.
Just because.
Seriously, Troy Murphy.
Just because you have Amari Stoudemire doesn't mean he's the savior.
Look,
okay?
look. I'm sorry. I know you're a Nets fan.
That's fine.
I understand.
I'm ready.
You guys had one of the best signing period ever for mediocre players.
Oh yeah, you guys signed who no one else wanted.
No, I'm sorry, but the way that you came, honestly, as a Nets fan, before the whole free agency, before the finals ended, you guys thought that you were getting the first round pick. That didn't happen. I felt bad for you guys because you deserved that.
We were robbed.
Yeah, you were robbed.
We were robbed.
That old lady had some lucky charms.
Okay, I didn't watch the rest of the draft. I didn't watch anything after that. After the lottery picks, I didn't watch after that.
Well, that says New Jersey fans are ready on suicide
Anthony
hotline
Morrow,
right now.
Troy Murphy, Travis Outlaw.
Oh my God.
Not Jonathan Farmer, right? Did he go?
No.
I don't think we got Farmer.
It was one more person.
Yeah, it was somebody else that was irrelevant.
I know, irrelevant. It's a irrelevant player.
Whatever. We got a whole
You might as well should have got Shannon Brown.
Star bench players. Okay, we got star bench players.
If you would have got Shannon Brown, you would have had Monaco also. Their package deal.
Oh man, you would have had Mano as well.
Package deal.
You had everything in one deal.
All right.
But I feel bad for you guys because you have so much money, and to spend it on those type of talent, I can't even call it talent. Really.
Personnel.
The only person I give talent to is Anthony Morrow, and that is it.
That's a shame.
Anthony Morrow is going to be a star player.
Did you just trade? You got who did these guys?
They gave up
Courtney Lee for Troy Murphy, right?
Honestly, I loved Courtney Lee. I think that was a mistake.
I think he just wants to get back in the playoffs because I don't want to come in the finals to be the worst record in the NBA.
Yeah, that's pretty
At least you have CDR and Terrence Williams. Because I like CDR. That's the only person I like in Terrence Williams a little bit.
I can't even like CDR because, first of all, his nickname is initials. That's a problem.
That's not. Come on,
really
Christopher Douglas Roberts. That's pretty hard to say. I mean, I don't want to say that.
CDR is fine.
CDR is fine.
Just fine.
You know?
It's a shame. Anyway, I can't be a Nets fan, period. Knicks.
I can never be a Knicks fan. I'm sorry. I haven't been a Knicks fan since birth.
Knicks. I'm going to go to a couple of games this year, and we're going to see.
I don't understand that. How you
things
can't.
out.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
But you like players in the Knicks, though, right?
No, I don't.
You never liked one player?
If you wear a Knicks jersey,
so you never liked Larry Johnson?
Nope.
Nope. Continue, please.
I like Larry Johnson when he was playing in Charlotte. When he was doing cameo appearances on Family Matters. That's the Larry Johnson that I love.
Oh, yeah, Grandmama.
Yes.
He helped Urkel win.
Yes. Okay. That is the Larry Johnson. The second he signed with the Knicks, no love.
No love for Howard Isley? He was nice in 2K3. Come on, man. Come on.
Howard Isley was good for a while.
Okay. I'm going to do this again. Who?
It's Shannon Anderson.
Oh my gosh.
Shannon Anderson.
I want to be Shannon Anderson. I really do.
The only player I have ever respected on the Knicks
is Patrick Ewing.
No.
Oh,
I hated him with a passion.
Oh.
Another person I hated with a passion was John Starks.
I know you're gonna say John Starks.
Okay. The only person that I respected and will continue to respect is Oakley.
Oakley was just a bully. He didn't care. Oakley,
that was my man.
I used to love about Oakley was a goon because Oakley would just slap the ball out of people's hands for no reason.
That was my man.
Goon stuff, yo.
He was just the goon version of Kevin Garnett.
Garnett.
Nah,
I mean, no,
nah,
Oakley was the original.
Garnett is a different breed.
No, Garnett is not goon. He is crazy.
Yes, he's crazy.
There's a huge difference.
He's gone crazy. Crazy, gone crazy.
Because he's not as talented as he used to be because he's
he's
done.
He's done.
He's a half a player like he used to be.
Who?
Garnett. He's not the same
of course.
player
We just take those jump shots all day.
That's all he has. That's all he has.
Yeah, that's all we have to do. No more layups.
Was he 16 years in the league? 16 years?
Something like
he
that.
came in the league 1994?
Yeah, 16.
Oh, 16 years.
Yeah.
Going on 17.
Yeah. You came in high school, out of high school, so it seems like...
That's right. That's when you could draft high school players, draft the children.
Because Kobe's been in the league a long time also.
Like, that's a time when I remember, like, Mike,
Oh, yeah.
Christopher, 13 years old, came into the league.
He looked like Bow Wow.
Hey, he did look like Bow Wow, but I don't know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to the Knights.
He's lean.
The Knights.
Mean. He's 13. Remember that?
What happened to the Knights? I forgot what city they're from.
I
remember they're the Knights.
LA.
The LA Knights.
They replaced the Clippers. They just got rid of the Clippers.
Wow.
The Knights. I remember that.
Right. That's right.
I remember that game because I remember those days because he stole the ball from Tracy McGrady. I was like, that's not possible. No one. Christopher is robbing Tracy McGrady at the time.
He dunked it on Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson goes, "How do you do that?"
Yeah, I remember that. That came on the other day.
Oh,
I like God. Mike.
Why we bring that up? But anyway, that's what's going on in the NBA. My old thing that when I look at the league and I see like the disparity, everybody's talking about, the Heat are gonna be good. The Celtics, they picked up Shaq.
Picking up Shaq is not an asset.
Not anymore like it used to be. That used to mean something when
it only was an asset when Miami picked him up
Phoenix,
fresh
it helped Phoenix out a little bit.
Nah.
It kind of rejuvenated him a little bit.
Phoenix already had a team. They just want somebody to compete with the other big men. That was it.
And it helped because I think it helped them beat San Antonio.
Yeah.
Actually,
I don't think it helped them beat San Antonio
they had a low
because
presence.
Tony Parker wasn't playing.
Oh yeah, too.
He wasn't playing at all. It was George Hill that was riding the coattails, and they went kind of pretty far to the 6th or 7th game.
Yeah.
So I imagine if it was with Tony Parker, it would be kind of a different story.
Well, you had Duncan, like for example. Tim Duncan's breaking down also. He's another. He knows a lot of guys that were really good are starting to break down. You notice this, right?
Yeah,
the NBA is not what it used to be anymore, man.
Like it used to be
it's the Vanguard. It's just new people are coming in now, and they just have to accept their roles. A lot of people have to accept the roles, including you, Tracy. Yeah, I said it. Your favorite fan said it. Accept your role.
He fell off. He's finished.
Is he still going to play for the Knicks? He's still playing for?
No, he's playing the Pistons.
He got. Listen, you gotta let me know because you guys are my sport. Listen, you
guys.
Let
me say that like the Knicks
for sports. I'm just here for fantasy. All right.
I'm just correct.
I like how he makes that compare. I'm only here for fantasy sports. I'm only here for fantasy. I don't know how that works. He doesn't follow the actual numbers. He follows the fantasy point numbers.
Exactly. I need to know the spreads.
Oh, good.
That's it.
Well, the another news there's Crawford requested a trade.
And I think he's looking for big dollars. I did see that on like a ticker somewhere.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, right? Okay.
I think he should be fine as a 6th man. Like, the Hawks need him because God knows Joe Johnson is not closing the game for them.
Well, Jamal Crawford, he always felt like he was better than what he actually was. That's even when he was with New York. He always thought he was a superstar. All this, he used to play like he used to with the extra dribbling between the legs to bounce off the backboard.
He was fancy, huh?
He was so fancy, huh? But they only won 25 games every time you did it. So what was the point of that?
Great.
But the fact of watching him
play, the playoffs.
What? He was fun to watch.
Like the way he created that move when you bounce the ball and then you hop step forward. I mean, throw it back and then hop step forward. I'd never seen anybody do that.
Too bad we didn't win.
You're right, but he made another highlights. 32. Look, man, sometimes, who would you rather be? Would you rather be the Clippers, have no wins and no highlights, or you want to have some wins and some highlights? You know?
Either way, it sounds bad.
I'll take a W. But
you would take a W, but you need money.
The NBA, you play to win the game.
Okay, but Madison Square Garden is not only winning, it's about that money. And if you can entertain the people that's watching you, even though you don't get wins, they'll still come to watch.
That's like Nate Robinson was a mascot.
Yeah, that's his role. Let's get that crowd hype and cheer for this 5'5" guy.
And Nate Robinson, I can't be a supporter of him.
Is he a free agent?
Any team.
No, he signed back with
Boston.
Mm-hmm.
For what?
1 more year or 2 more years.
To be a cheerleader. He's just an expensive cheerleader.
Look, man,
he has little runs. He's like a little sport.
He has to be the donkey, man.
He's not gonna play there. I just don't see him playing there.
Look, honestly, I don't care what you say. I don't care if you bash me for this, but I think the same worth ethic that Nate Robinson had, if he was 6'6", he would be top 10 players.
Nate Robinson?
If his worth ethic, because if he was 6'6", he would not work as hard he was when he's 5'9". But he's not 6'6".
These are the breaks.
Don't get crazy.
That's what I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. I understand people don't like his personality or he's erratic or whatnot.
Very erratic.
But for a person to come off the bench and score 41 points, that's pretty good. But granted, Andre Miller did score 50 points last season, so anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
Okay, nice Kevin Garnett reference.
Very interesting there. But so that's what we're looking at right now with the NBA in that situation. Now, you talked about with the Dream Team. Now, they're not called the Dream Team. What do they call them?
The B Team.
The B Team?
I feel bad for them. I don't know why they call them.
More like a B- team, in my opinion. I mean,
no, that's not.
Or C+ team.
They're not USA basketball?
Yeah,
no.
Tyson Chandler's your only center. Come on.
Before you say come on, he's doing a great job defending in the post. Him and Lamar Odom. If you keep shaking your head, I don't know why. Did you watch the game yesterday? Against Croatia.
I saw highlights of it.
First, they're not blowing out anybody.
They blew out Croatia.
They blew out Croatia.
They
blew out
Croatia.
That's the whole point. If we weren't blowing out Croatia, then that's a problem. Then you can come and C+.
Why did they blow out? What was another team they played? The other
Spain, which is the #1 team in European, the EuroLeague.
Yep.
They're slated to win. They're slated to win. Who's the main player you said?
Marcus Gasol.
No, he's not.
Who is it?
They also have Jose Calderon, and they have a whole bunch of players
that's supposed to.
And he's not playing. Actually, he's not playing anymore. He didn't even play, and they almost beat him.
Well, here's the thing.
That's scary.
I gotta look at the U.S. team, and I don't know. Maybe it's because everybody's tired or whatever. It's just that team did not look like the team I expected to come out of the U.S. World Basketball Championship. I didn't expect to see Stephen Curry there, or
because nobody wants to play, unless it's the Olympics. I want a gold. I don't want a trophy. I don't want a trophy.
They're having the pride.
I mean, look at the facts here. Rondo, who considered the best point guard in the league, one of the best, he's not even fit to play for. Not fit, but his roles are not fit to play for the FIBA because he can't shoot.
Nope.
He can't shoot free throws.
Nope.
Only thing he can do is penetrate, but they have a 2-3 zone. So, he can't fit in there. That's why they have Stephen Curry, Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon is perfect for that system, if you ask me. I think he's the most perfect player for that team. He made 4 for 5 in the 3-pointers, and he went to the rack consistently. Especially Derrick Rose especially international 3. Derrick Rose can hit that. It's not like NBA 3. Then there'll be a problem.
It's not really. It's like a high school 3-point shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not really far distance. It's so close. It's come on. That's why I look at the U.S. team. I really wish every time we're in basketball play, we should be dominating. That's just the reason the way I look at it, because this is our sport. It's our sport. Nobody plays it more than here. Soccer is bigger everywhere else. We're expected to lose there. Basketball, though, we got to win in basketball because we're going to lose in baseball.
Yeah, that is true.
Japan is good.
They're in the finals for the Little League.
They're really good.
It's Hawaii. It's Hawaii and Japan.
They train them from young.
It was a mercy. I'm sorry, we're going off topic. The mercy. Georgia was Texas. 10 or Georgia. It was Texas or Georgia. 10 in 5 innings straight. Boom, going out of here.
Insane. It's very much insane. I mean, wow. It's something that you didn't expect, honestly, when you look at it, especially Little League. We're talking about Little League right now.
But Japan always been good in Little League since I was a kid. Yeah, I watched. I didn't watch it, but I used to just look at ESPN or Channel 7. I'm like, why is Japan always in these Little League events? And I realized they're that good.
I don't see this is probably gonna date myself a little bit, but they had for for Nintendo.
Ooh.
Okay.
Regular Nintendo?
Regular Nintendo.
Whoa, we did to blow the cartridge.
Not even.
They had. And then you wiggle it. They had Little League baseball.
As a game?
Yes, they did.
Game.
Why?
I completely remember what you're talking about.
Japan was number 1.
Huh.
And this is Nintendo days. That's Super Nintendo.
Nintendo.
Well, the Japanese, they made Nintendo.
Okay. Japan was number 1. Little League baseball. In Little League Baseball, Japan was number 1. The U.S. was ranked like 10th or 11th or something like that. In Little League Baseball.
But I believe USA Basketball, when it comes to that, we have a good enough role players to accommodate each other. I know as much as I dislike Lamar Odom is just a player that I would love to have on my team. I'm not going to lie. I don't like him at all because it's just Lamar Odom. You know, it's just him. But he passes the ball well. For 6'9", he dribbles well. He rebounds well, and he has a decent jumper. And for FIBA, that's perfect. For Kevin Durant, for FIBA, it's amazing. Because what's FIBA? Tall players who can shoot, right?
Yeah.
Kevin Durant, 6'10", who could shoot and who could rebound.
At the same time,
perfect.
You're a huge Kevin Durant fan, so I can't really. You're kind of biased on a lot.
I am biased, but after watching the preliminary games and what he's doing today, he's pretty much showing up. He's the only superstar on the team.
Oh, they gotta have
the
somebody.
next superstar
Rondo is off, right?
Yeah,
you know?
and another person I don't like on the team is Andre Iguodala. He had like 4 turnovers in the first.
I never liked his game.
Never
liked his game. Never
what's his
liked
name? Russell Westbrook.
Yes.
Is that his name?
Yeah, he's in there.
He had a huge little highlight.
Yeah, the crossover dunk.
Yeah, it was kind of crazy.
I think he's there for the highlights.
I mean, that's not a problem as long as they get W's.
Oh yes, of course.
As long as they get W's.
As long as we get to the finals and face Spain and win, then don't choke. Thank you, Richard Jefferson.
Richard Jefferson.
I remember that in 2004 and 8, he was on that team, and they lost. 2006. Sorry, they lost.
Hey, well, you can only do but so much.
When they had AI, Tim Duncan, and Jason Kidd, like, what were they thinking around that time?
I don't know, but I'm wherever Jason Kidd goes, I'm always gonna be a fan. So
you sound just like my friend Trevor, but
wherever he goes, I'll be a fan.
Hey, man, the guy's the best distributor out there.
Yep.
Period. I don't know where he's on the all-time list of assists.
He's number 2. No, 3 or 2.
He can't be because Magic and Stockton.
I think
he's
he passed Mark Johnson.
He's like 4 or 5.
Did he pass Mark Jackson?
I'm not sure.
I don't think he hasn't passed him yet. I'll see if I can
Jackson's
pull it
up there. I don't know, but what I can tell you is that we're gonna step away for a break, and
of course,
when we come back in the second hour, we're gonna talk a lot of baseball. We're gonna have some phone calls also coming through, and a lot of stuff to come through. You're listening to Keep It Real Sports here on Chat About It Radio, powered by CBS Radio.
CBS News, I'm Mark Strassman in New Orleans. Today, people here are reflecting how far they've come since Katrina and how far they still have to go. And President Obama is here to salute the city's strides and sacrifice. The flood protection system's going through a $15 billion overhaul. Residents like Ken Dorsey wonder whether it's enough.
We would hope that it's able to hold up.
And every time a major storm menaces here, people will wonder. I'm Mark Strassman in New Orleans. With more on the Katrina anniversary, here's Gary Nunn.
There will be a jazz funeral today in the French Quarter of New Orleans for the 1,800 people who died during and because of Katrina. It's been a bloody weekend for U.S. troops fighting in Afghanistan. 7 Americans have been killed in eastern and southern regions, bringing to 42 the number of U.S. forces who've died there this month. Earl has been upgraded. Danielle is weakening, both, though, Category 1 hurricanes in the Atlantic. Earl powering up in the eastern Caribbean, and forecaster Chris Lancy says it could be a force to be reckoned with next week.
The 5-day prediction taking it paralleling the U.S. seaboard by Thursday and Friday. So certainly interest from the Carolinas northward.
Danielle kicking up heavy surf along the northeast coast, triggering rip currents. There's been 1 drowning in Florida. Hundreds of swimmers have been rescued from the Atlantic off Virginia and the North Carolina coasts. The television industry honors tonight the 62nd Primetime Emmy Awards.
Will Emmy voters go mad tonight? They've done it the past 2 years, and this evening the critically acclaimed AMC show Mad Men is the favorite to once again win the award for Best Dramatic Series.
Every woman wants choices, but in the end, none wants to be one of 100 in a box.
Other nominees include Lost, Breaking Bad, The Good Wife, Dexter, and True Blood. The all-time record for consecutive wins for Best Dramatic Series is 4, held by The West Wing and Hill Street Blues. Steve Futterman, CBS News, Los Angeles.
Indonesians living on the slopes of Mount Sinabung on Sumatra are being evacuated after the volcano erupted for the first time in more than 400 years, belching lava, dust, and smoke nearly a mile into the air. At least 2 people have died during the evacuation. The volcano began rumbling several days ago before blowing its top, prompting some villagers to panic before the mass evacuation got underway. Nothing official, but there's word that North Korean leader Kim Jong-il has been touring several Chinese border cities. The secretive trip is reportedly aimed at generating support for a succession plan involving Kim's youngest son. The Gulf oil spill topping the agenda at a meeting today of Southern governors in Alabama. The governors will have a give and take with BP President Robert Dudley, Compensation Fund Administrator Ken Feinberg, and Incident Commander Thad Allen. One of the big issues is the push by the governors to get more revenue from wells drilled off their coasts. This is CBS News.
The new Radio.com app for iPad gives you radio you can touch, read, and hear. Radio.com makes it easy to get updates on your favorite artists, follow Twitter feeds, watch original videos, listen to podcasts, and see photo slideshows. Enjoy over 600 stations from CBS Radio, AOL Radio, and Yahoo Music, including K-Rock, Live 105, AOL Fresh 40, WXRT, Yahoo Coffeehouse, Alice, WUSN, 92.3 Now, and AMP Radio. Look for the Radio.com app in the iTunes iPad App Store. It's free.
Hello, you reached the Flake Away Dandruff Shampoo Company. How can I help you?
I'm calling because your dandruff shampoo just doesn't work.
Okay. Are you still experiencing flakes?
Actually, detectives found a dandruff flake with some scanner thing and traced it back to my DNA after I threw my girlfriend off her balcony. So, what are the chances of me getting my money back?
Follow the evidence on CSI. Thursdays, only on CBS, America's most watched network. Do you have credit card debt? Is it difficult just making your minimum payments? Are you tired of the harassing calls? Don't let substantial credit card debt ruin your future. Call the Financial Future Network and settle your accounts for less than you owe. The call is free and there's no obligation. Let the professionals at the Financial Future Network help and enjoy the freedom of debt-free living. With one simple call, you can eliminate your debt in a fraction of the time and for less than you owe. It's simple, secure, and smart. Stop the harassing calls, legally reduce your debt, and lower your monthly payments. Enjoy the freedom of debt-free living. Call now, 800-231-7537. Get a low monthly payment that fits your budget. That's 800-231-7537. 800-231-7537. Pick up the phone and call now, 800-231-7537.
What's all the buzz on chataboutit.com? The Big Biz Show with Sully and Rusty Nails. Financial news with an edge.
Dow Jones Industrial Average up 1.3%. That's 120 points, Rusty Nails. We're back in good shape here.
Everyone was freaking out yesterday. I heard the news guy. And the Dow was drastically down.
It wasn't down drastically.
Well, to a news guy.
Market crisis 2009.
Yes, dropping nearly 100 points.
Yeah, exactly.
Settle down there, big boy.
Big Biz Show. Weekdays at 3 p.m. on your computer at chataboutit.com. You're listening to Chat About It, politics, business, sports, and entertainment. When it's time to chat, go to chataboutit.com.
We are back keeping it real sports here on Chat About It Radio, powered by CBS Radio. And yeah, so you know, the first hour went through a whole flurry of things.
A flurry. A plethora.
A plethora, if it were. You know, little things like that. I like to throw words at you. Make sure you're paying attention.
Words. Make sure you're paying attention.
Yeah, you know. But anyway, we discussed about the NBA. We talked about the dream team. Well, not a dream team. Call them the backup team. More like the nap team. You know.
Oh wow!
You
so
don't have
they
dreams.
Sleeping out there?
Yeah,
they sleeping?
Yeah. I'm sleeping on them. I'm not really proud of that team. You know, you can say what you want. But what we do is we're actually gonna have we're gonna talk a little baseball, which is Jeff's favorite subject, isn't it? Yes, it is. I can see Jeff's just nodding yes. And with
put
that
my
said,
shades back on for this.
Shades back on, Jeff. You have fun with that.
I will.
You know, but we have we actually gonna talk a little bit about baseball. The New York Yankees, New York Mets. You know, it's gonna be fun.
I want to take off my Mets hat because of this.
Yeah, so it's gonna be very interesting. The Mets are not doing well at all.
Nope.
Not doing well at all.
Not at all. I feel the same way I did last year.
Exactly.
And I packed it in after the All-Star game.
Really, but you know what? On the line right now is my boy Louis. Louis, can you hear us? Hello. Hello, Louis. Can you hear us?
Yeah, I got you. You got me?
Yeah, we got you now, man.
What's up, bro? Thanks for having me on.
No problem, man. Louis Russo here. Talk a little baseball. So, Louis, what do you think of the Yankees so far, man?
What do I think of the Yankees?
Yeah.
You know, I think they look good. They got a couple bad injuries that we need to get over, but they came into the week looking a little better than they did right now. I'm not too worried about them making the playoffs. I think they look all right, good enough to make the playoffs. I mean, this race with Tampa Bay, there's always a race to win the division, and needless to say, it's the hardest division in baseball. But I think we're good to make the playoffs, which is really the goal in getting to the next step.
I mean, I agree with you. The thing that's really worrying me the most about the Yankees is the pitching. I mean, Hughes has been banged up. It seems like this whole second half. Pettit is not gotten back from that injury. Vasquez is most likely going to be in the bullpen now. I'm really worried about the pitching. And then you got to go back to before the break, the whole Cliff Lee situation. And people were like, "Oh, it's not a big deal that we didn't get Cliff Lee." You look at the team now. Do you feel like maybe if we did push a little harder and went for Lee, that we wouldn't have these problems right now?
I mean, a pitcher like Cliff Lee, you're going to win games with him. He's one of the best pitchers in the major league, in my opinion. Things would have been a little different if we got Cliff Lee, but looking at what we got right now, Pettit, hopefully, with his rehab assignment, he's looking good. No, fingers crossed, no setbacks right now, and he's good to go. But AJ Burnett, Ed, man, I don't know what's up with this guy. He's been so terrible.
Very bad. Very inconsistent.
Very bad. So inconsistent. Guy gets paid all this money. He's a number 2 starter. He can get out of the third inning without letting up tons of runs.
And that's actually something I'm really surprised about because last year he was very consistent. He was actually our most consistent pitcher besides CC.
Exactly. And he does this thing in the postseason, but if he keeps pitching like this, we need him to get us to the postseason, and we need him to be somewhat consistent, and he's been totally inconsistent all season.
How about this? Can I throw this theory at you? I remember last year, the biggest thing with him was he wanted Jose Molina to be his catcher.
Yeah, that whole drama thing with him and Jorge, couldn't get on the same page and whatnot with that.
So is that something that's happening right now? Do you feel like him and Jorge Posada just do not have that flow that him and Molina had?
No, I don't really think so. I think to go into that is just too much. To look at that is just like reading into it a little bit too much. I think that he's he's a major league pitcher. He's been in this league for a long time. He's got to be able to just work this out on his own. Like he's a grown man. He's in the major leagues, as we were saying. We can't even speculate on the fact that he's not seeing eye to eye with Jorge Posada, because when it all comes down to it, Jorge Posada is the starting catcher for the New York Yankees. And he's got to work things out with him.
All right, now I want to move to the other side, the hitting aspect. The Yankees have to shuffle up the lineup. It looks like with Berkman out and now with A-Rod out. It looks like to me they haven't found that flow because it seems like they haven't been healthy at the same time the whole year.
Exactly. You've had small injuries here and there, and now you got a few big ones. Especially A-Rod, your big bat out of the lineup.
Big time. And I'm a little surprised that it seems like Derek Jeter's been very quiet.
People, all the speculation about how Derek Jeter's so overrated, this and that. He is suffering a little bit of a leg problem. Hopefully he can work through that. He got a day off last week, which I think helped him out. I hope helped him out.
Yeah.
But and then you got your biggest bat in the lineup, Cano, right now, who's fallen into a little bit of a slump. I think he's 2 for 14. Mm-hmm. But hopefully, I'm just kind of hoping that we get all these small little problems out of the way right now, and then the bats get hot again by the time the postseason runs around. Because the Yankees have a bunch of big games coming up toward the end of the season. They got 6 more with the Rays. I think 7 more with the Red Sox. They got a bunch of important games coming up.
Definitely. So we go from a team with small problems to a team with big problems, the New York Mets. What is going on there? What is up with that situation? That's
oh my God! The Mets. I'm actually with the fan right now. I'm over at Citi Field. They still got a bunch of fans coming out to the game. I'll tell you today, but I don't know even what to say about the Mets, man. Before the All-Star break, they were looking like they can maybe make a run. But they're in a tough division as well. The Atlanta Braves have the best home record in baseball. They don't seem to be losing. They got a bunch of stud players. The Mets, just things are let me say this: when your best player is a knuckleballer,
yeah,
it's not looking too good.
When R.A. Dickey is your number one pitcher, it's a problem.
Yeah, things aren't looking too good. I mean, it's just so inconsistent. I feel like, analysts talk a lot about team chemistry. I just don't see it with the Mets. I don't see any chemistry. I don't see this whole thing working out.
And that it goes to two things with me, because it seems like they don't have any fight. The only fight that I see is what they do off the field, as you can see with K-Rod. They don't really show it in the locker room. Like, it seems like everybody is just okay with the losing. There's nobody like getting up, yelling at the team. And I have to look at who their leader is, and everybody assumes it's supposed to be David Wright. But I just don't see David Wright as being that vocal leader, to be that captain.
He hasn't. They don't have one. They just haven't had one at all. They haven't had anyone who really is going to start yelling at these guys, and it doesn't really – it seems as, like you said, they're almost content with losing, which is, upsetting, and to say the least, but they seem content with it.
It's a shame for all the Mets fans.
There's all these excuses, everyone this and that. But, yeah, you're right. David Wright is supposed to be their captain, and he's supposed to be leading them, or at least trying to lead them out of this, and you don't feel it. You don't feel like he's really caring enough or as much as he should.
Okay, let's get Louis Russo live with us talking about baseball here on Keeping It Real Sports. The next couple of things I want to look at in terms of around the league, Steven Strasburg, he's going in for Tommy John surgery. What is that? Like, is it over, like, already? We got all excited. The best pitcher to come out in, like, 20, 30 years is going to have Tommy John surgery, and he hasn't played a full year in Major League Baseball yet.
They were talking a lot about it on WFAN this morning, and this kid's got, like, perfect mechanics, so... something like that could happen, and all coaches are always concerned about pitch counts and watching the pitchers so well and making all these rules. But in all honesty, it could all happen. One bad pitch is all it could take for a guy with perfect mechanics to be out for a long time. I mean, there hasn't been this much hype in a pitcher since, like, Doc Gooden came up in the league. He is good for baseball, and if you got to shut him down for the rest of the season, then shut him down, because he's going to be the future of that franchise. And, they have Bryce Harper on the way up, so that franchise is going to be looking pretty good. I don't think it's a bad thing to shut him down for the rest of the season and, like, get him healthy. He needs to be healthy for that team to have a solid future.
Now, the problem is, like, everybody understood he's going to be shut down for the rest of the year. It's the concern for next year and the future, because when you have a surgery like Tommy John surgery, there's no guarantees you'll be the same player at all. Like, he's going to lose velocity in that fastball.
Yeah. It's also possible that what a lot of times happen with Tommy John surgery, it's a very interesting surgery. Pitchers oftentimes come back stronger than they did before they went into the surgery.
Hey,
so even a little bit harder. I mean, it's a weird thing to think of, but sometimes these pitchers who get Tommy John come out a little bit better than they were before.
Definitely. And one more question for you regarding around the league. We have the Triple Crown battle in the NL right now with Albert Pujols and Joey Votto. I'm going to give you these scenarios. Which one do you think is going to happen? Is Votto going to get the Triple Crown, or is Pujols going to get the Triple Crown, or neither one of them get the Triple Crown? Which one do you see happening?
The Triple Crown is such a hard thing to accomplish. Like, it really happens. It's such a real feat. Joey Votto, I'm telling you, man, I hope this kid gets it. There's no way that, if Pujols doesn't get it, that people are going to start doubting him or anything. It all comes down to he's like the best. He's pretty much the best player in baseball. I'd give it to him. I hope Joey Votto gets it, man. It'd be great for him. It'd be great for his team. I can't say that it's a guarantee. I can't, don't quote me on saying that he's going to get it, but I really hope he does get it, because he's a great player. He's really showing the league something special this year.
Exactly. I think he should get more press than he actually does, maybe because he plays in Cincinnati. They're not really talking about him more. I feel like he doesn't get the same press as a Pujols,
Exactly, yeah, because he doesn't play for as big of a team and as big of a market, but, he has really proven something to baseball this year. Even like he just made the All-Star team. They needed to get him into the last minute over there, but he made the All-Star team, and it's good. I hope he does get it.
Okay, now Louis, last question. We're about to get into our fantasy football rankings to get everybody ready for the season and everything. Who is your number one guy in fantasy football?
My number one guy in fantasy football. I got to say it's Eli Manning. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, Eli Manning. You can't say that.
I'm just kidding. I'm a Giants fan, but it's definitely not Eli
he's
Manning.
crazy.
I'm thinking I'm always like a sucker for the quarterback position. I think that the quarterback runs the team, and if you lock yourself down with a good quarterback, then good things are going to happen. I think Drew Brees is a solid choice again for the second year. I mean, what he showed the league last year with his accuracy, his pinpoint accuracy, throwing these incredible touchdown passes all over every team. I got to go with Drew Brees.
All right. Louis, thanks again for calling in, man.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, my friend.
All right, man. Have a good one.
You too.
All right, that was Louis Rousseau helping us out with the baseball segment right there.
Cool.
Okay, now, here's my question now. We broke down how the Yankees have, they have this tough stretch coming up. They're going to play the Rays, I believe, 6 more times, like Louis was saying.
Have fun with that.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough battle because the Rays are no joke. You know that.
Nope.
They come to play. And I'm actually going to one of their games.
Have fun.
This at the end of the month. I'm going
for the Rays.
Next what?
Root for the Rays.
Yeah. So I'm going to one of those games. So it's going to be very interesting to see how that one turns out. If it's going to have playoff implications. I'm hoping it still does. And it's like
every game from here until October will have.
I'm going to be very happy going to this one. That's all I'm saying.
Every game going into October, especially if you're one of the top 5 teams or whatever in your respective division, should be treated as a playoff game.
Exactly. So, we're going to look forward to that one. The Mets look forward to next year. That seems to be the same old story. They're going to keep playing that same old song, I should say. The violin just a screeching.
I'm not even going to entertain you on that, sir.
But, we're going to actually jump right into not really the segment. I actually want to get into Lincoln real quick. Yeah, Lincoln.
This guy?
What?
Me?
Yes.
Yeah, right,
This
cool.
guy. This guy over here.
Guy.
Now, Lynx, you usually always have these comparisons.
Oh.
Between them real quick. Is it ready now?
Oh, yeah, of course. I'm always ready with these, man.
Okay. What are comparisons of the week? Because we're not going to, wait till late for this. When people cannot wait anymore, they have to get into it right now.
All right.
Okay? So give us the first one. And, Jeff, since you're new at this.
Yes.
What Lincoln
Please educate me.
He makes a comparison between things that are going on in sports and things that are going on in the media, like in entertainment and everything, and say which one's worse or which one's better, that type of thing, like this or that.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So it's a fun game we play.
Yeah.
And Lincoln is the host.
Of course. This is the first one is pretty easy.
All right.
So, guys, who had a quicker comeback? Tiger at the Barkley event, first round, or Fantasia from a attempted suicide attempt?
A quicker comeback?
Quicker comeback.
Yeah.
I don't know. Fantasia, I got to say Fantasia. She was kind of quick. She had a Behind the Music special. She graduated from high school. A lot. After just almost dying. I think that's a lot. So I got to say that's a quick comeback. And she promoted the album.
She
all in one breath.
All in one breath.
That's
one breath that we thought she lost.
You're right. You're absolutely right.
So,
and for all those points, I'm gonna have to say Fantasia.
Gotta be Fantasia. I mean, yeah, okay. So we understand Tiger Woods. He cheated on his wife. His wife gave him a divorce.
I mean, who doesn't cheat?
Oh,
I'm just joking.
Hey, listen, we are all very faithful. Everybody here, faithful people here, ladies. I'm just letting you know, okay? Very faithful, all right? And if you want to see how faithful, you can call us up at. No, I'm not gonna do all that. We're gonna just say
877-424-8212.
Just saying, you can find out how faithful we are. But back to what you're saying, Tiger Woods. I'm not gonna. He wasn't coming back from suicide,
right?
You know.
Right.
Actually,
it was
career infidelity.
Yeah,
infidelity. But it was kind of career suicide with his endorsements going down the plank.
This is true, but that's all gonna come back.
Fantasia was gonna end it all. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. You can't come back from that.
You can't come back from that. Yeah, you can't.
Suicide is a big thing right there.
It's a big
so you have a winner right there. You have Fantasia as a quick pick. Well, which one's a quicker loss? James Toney against Randy Couture in the first 3 minutes? Or Soulja Boy in an incriminated video of cocaine with alleged cat stacks?
Now here's the thing.
I say James Toney.
Quicker loss.
I'm gonna say James Toney because it's not gonna affect Soulja Boy right now. I mean, yes, he's like a viral celebrity, a bigger viral celebrity right now. But
hey, $7 million.
He's making money off of this.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like even though they're speaking ill of him because of this hussy. This hussy, you like that, right?
Woman or woman of the night.
Right.
A Jezebel.
Very good.
Keep taking it back. Keep taking it back.
He's at the end of the day, he's gonna make money off this, in some way, shape, or form. You know what I'm saying? It's probably gonna cause Kiss Me Through the Phone to go up through the roof. Who knows?
Yeah, he does have a new song coming out called Blowing Me Kisses.
Blowing Me Kisses. That's actually a nice record.
Yeah, I might say.
It's actually a nice record.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
I've seen that.
Yeah, I think it's not gonna affect Soulja Boy. So I'm gonna say James Toney.
It was pretty bad because he was talking a lot.
Oh, Tony.
He was.
Tony was talking a lot about MMA, and then I mean, I seen it happening. I mean, this guy looked like he just ate like 5 hot dogs before the match. You know,
it was lights out. It was literally lights out for lights out. That's what I'm saying.
I don't understand. Like, I understand you have to, as a boxer fan, you have to respect the other side to MMA. MMA is not just only fist. They use whole entirely. They grapple, they submission. You know, they use elbows, they use one. It's just not fist alone. I think James Toney just the hot dogs cogged the part of the brain that made that was smart. You know, that made him think. So I knew he's gonna lose by submission. Come on.
Okay. Well, here's my thing now. I felt like the match was over before it started.
Oh.
For the simple fact that when they said James Toney was gonna go from boxing to MMA, and let's be honest, he wasn't that great a boxer.
Yeah, thank you.
You know what I mean? He had just a good punch. He couldn't take a punch.
This is true.
I wasn't excited. Where was the excitement to say, "Oh my God, James Toney's gonna fight in MMA"?
He was just trying to, add
why
his
is that
name.
excitement?
He was just trying to add his name to the list of athletes, like in football, basketball, stuff like that.
Pretty much make a spectacle of himself.
Right. That's it. He just wanted to be relevant again.
Well,
that's exactly what
I didn't understand was the fact that is James Toney wanted to face Randy Couture. He's a legend in the game. Yeah. Legends usually don't go out.
He didn't do his homework.
He really didn't.
He didn't do his homework.
He didn't go to class.
Honestly, did you see the science
in the front row?
Did you guys see the sports science of Randy Couture?
What is it?
Basically, he has the body, the will, and the strength of a 25-year-old man in his prime in MMA. And you want to fight a guy like that?
That would mean he still would be younger than me, so I'm not I'm not messing with him.
No, you don't.
No,
but James Toney, he's 47. I think chill, dog, stays good. Hold on, and then let me fight this guy. No,
that's not.
It's gonna be over.
They actually interviewed Shaquille O'Neal and asked him who would he take on.
Because Shaquille O'Neal's a credible source.
Right,
he is a credible source.
And
he sang with Justin Bieber.
I was checking it out before I was on my way to the station today, and I think he wanted to go up against some guy out of China or Japan or whatever. And his name is Chen Ho something or whatever. He's like 7'2". He's taller than him, weighs more than him, and 10 years younger than him. And Shaquille was like, I think I want to go against him if I did it. If I wanted
you
to
see
come.
the thing right there?
He said that this would be my one and only match in MMA.
You see, that's more. I respect that more because same height. I understand it's 10 years. But you're like similar. James Toney and Randy Couture is just not comparable at all.
I thought if anybody that really paid to see that are really slow, it should be evaluated.
I paid to see it.
Oh well, hey.
When I say pay, I mean paying for the internet at my house.
You got it.
We don't promote illegal.
I just say I paid. No. I will say I just say I paid internet at my house. That's all I said.
He paid to watch it online.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, what's a bigger win? The USA basketball right now against Slovenia and Croatia, or the money intake for the last exorcism and Takers, because they were only slated to make 15 mil, but they're slated to make 25.
First of all, Takers was an awesome movie.
You did see it.
It was a good movie. It was a good movie. Chris Brown's crazy, man.
Yes, he is.
He should not have made it.
I would like to. I don't want to hear nothing else about the Takers, because I'm trying to watch the movie on Tuesday. So could you, sir? All right, man.
Gotta give him this. That get you caught. That get you caught.
That get you caught, man.
I'm trying to watch the movie, please.
Go ahead. All
right,
ahead, man.
You guys are unfair.
Oh man, let me just let you know. I forgot the question actually, but
I did too.
I'm gonna actually just answer it to the best of my ability.
The bigger win.
The bigger win. Takers. Takers was a bigger win. It was because I don't even care for the other one, The Last Exorcism.
Actually, it's slated to be number one.
Is it gonna be number one?
By 1 million or 2. They're both wasn't supposed. One was supposed to make 14, the other was supposed to make 13, but they're exceeding expectations.
Well, all I know is Takers was better than I thought it was going to be. I didn't like the end.
I don't want to hear that.
I didn't like the end.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
The end.
Sirs.
Huh?
Okay, let's not continue
we're
this.
not going
Can we
deep into
mute
it.
his mic or something? But
Yeah.
the end of the movie.
Yeah.
You know, I wanted maybe a little bit more.
Me too. It was. It ended too like.
But
sudden.
I think, but like the movies nowadays, that's how they're doing it. They're just cutting it.
Just cutting it. Like we're not even gonna put any production value into a big finish.
Right,
like,
right. They just letting you leave it to your imaginations. Like whatever you want to happen at the end, happen at the end.
I don't like that.
Like something y'all too.
You know what would have been hot though, and I'm not gonna break this down. I'm just gonna do it real quick because we should be spending so much time on it. But
right.
What would have been great was at the end. You know how when he was having a little standoff.
Oh my gosh, you guys!
I'm not telling you who.
We're not telling you who was in the standoff. Just know that there was a standoff.
What if that person's, what if they was the one at the end that took the money?
That would have been great. That would have been
great. That would have been a great ending. No one expected that.
Nobody would have expected that.
You guys,
yeah, you're right.
All the jerks of Chat About It Radio.
That would have been great.
You guys are the jerks.
That would have been hilarious. I would have watched them.
I still don't know how he was left standing.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just, you guys.
It's a great movie, but we got one more.
Oh man, we have two more, but you guys, we might just cut it to. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Sorry.
You hurt my heart right there.
You'll be all right.
All right. What's the biggest scandal? The Cavaliers losing their deal with China, or Paris Hilton with the drug charge?
Oh, see the charge. What made Paris Hilton funny because of 50 Cent?
Oh yeah.
If you ever follow 50 Cent on Twitter.
Oh, well, somebody gave him his Twitter account. He was like, "Here you go,
green
50.
light. Here's do whatever you want.
Enjoy yourself.
Enjoy yourself. You want to talk about smacking Chinese chicks? Go right ahead.
You want to talk about take it down, Miss Info?
Yeah, Miss Info. Yeah, I was watching that. I was retweeting that.
No problem. Yeah, you did retweet it.
But the thing with the Cavaliers is after LeBron left, a lot of bad things have been happening now. China they were supposed to go into a deal with the Cavaliers with a joint interest, but now it's falling apart.
Because
well, who are they going to propose?
Danny
Green?
Yeah. Mo Williams all day, every day.
Really?
All day, every day, and it's blue and red.
Anderson Varejao?
Let's do it. Sign the deal. Let's do it.
So who's the clear pick? We have one more. Who's the clear pick?
The clear pick for this, like the bigger deal.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna go Paris Hilton.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
Was a bigger deal.
Yeah.
And the last one, which got more publicity? Hard Knocks, the Jets episode, the last one with what's his name? Named 8 of his kids.
Yeah,
or
Antonio Cromartie.
Yeah, or Drake and Nicki being married on Twitter.
Drake and Nicki being married on Twitter.
That got people upset.
Yeah,
definitely.
Very
got people very
upset.
And I knew it was fake, but it got people upset. And I'm like, come on, man. I had people saying they were gonna go to Canada and like take out a whole bunch of people with bushy eyebrows so they got the Drake. Like, I didn't think it was that serious.
Yeah, I know
who said that one too.
I know who said that one. We're gonna keep his name anonymous. He's also getting attacked by albinos on Twitter. I don't understand how that happens.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's a hateful person right there.
Very hateful person.
That's very interesting stuff there.
But we follow him though.
But we're gonna do a step aside for a quick break, quick CBS news break, because we have a lot to discuss with this whole wow. That's all I gotta say.
Just before you go, you're mean, son.
You're keeping it real sports.
CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn. 5 years after Hurricane Katrina drew a bullseye on New Orleans and made a shambles of much of the Gulf Coast, it's a day to reflect and focus on the rebuilding effort. CBS's Mark Strassman is there.
They do believe that they have a plan in place. They do believe that the project is moving along, is on schedule. By hurricane season next year, the city is supposed to be protected from a 100-year flood. And in the next couple of years, the entire $15 billion system is supposed to be complete. And that, the Corps says, is really about as good as anyone can do.
Louisiana Democratic Senator Mary Landrieu on NBC's Meet the Press says despite the progress made, the region needs more federal help.
All of South Louisiana and all of the Gulf Coast is a very special place. And the federal government has underinvested in it year after year after year.
President Obama visits New Orleans today, making a speech at Xavier University remembering the victims. CBS News Update, I'm Gary Nunn.
back. Keep it real sports here on Chat About It Radio, powered by CBS Radio. And we're going to, leave Lynx alone because we're going to go to the segment, the all-important fantasy football segment. Father Nap, you are in charge for right now.
Which strategy should I steal from Father Nap right now for tonight's draft?
First of all,
yes.
Kickers. It's all kicker leagues.
Oh.
All right.
It is? That's a first round pick?
First round pick.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now.
Can I can throw them out there and you gotta just answer them for us?
Sure. I can do back and forth. That's cool.
I want to start on the defensive end. Who are your top 3 defenses?
My top 3 defenses? My personal 3?
Yes.
Or should I say
on the rated top 3.
The rated top 3. Well, obviously, I'm gonna go with the New York Jets, even though as a fan, I really don't want to go in that direction. But as a fantasy owner, if you got the Jets, you're getting the most points that you can get out of your defense each and every week.
So he's number 1. Jets number 1.
Jets number 1.
All right. Who's number 2?
Number 2 defense. Rated here. On Yahoo Fantasy, they have Chicago rated as number 2. And I think I'm going to go with that.
Chicago?
No, definitely not Chicago. I like the way you talked to me just there. But
okay. I like that made the decision right there a lot easier for you.
Made my decision a lot easier.
All right.
Now let me pull up the list here, the top 25 here, because I'm going out for Jets all the way. So if you can try to steal them first round, good luck, because if I get an opportunity to take the Jets first round, guess where he's going? On the Shady Show Off team.
Shady Show Off, that's what you're calling your team.
That's where.
So your top 3 are?
My top 3, let me just pull this up real quick. Hold on.
All right.
Like I said, the Jets. 2, I'm going to go with San Francisco. Their defense is pretty good. And 3, I'm going to go with Minnesota.
3 Minnesota.
So the picks that I'm having is either Minnesota. Okay, all right.
Yep.
Well, at least you know.
San Francisco, New York, or Minnesota.
I know before you could say, but why we never have a basketball one, guys? Like
I'm going to be the commissioner next time.
Thank you.
Go ahead. Enjoy yourself.
I'm going to be the commissioner. I'm going to break it. I'm going to make it fun.
Thank you.
Try to make it fun because
it's fun.
We always start off somewhat excited and it just falls off.
Like the second week.
Yeah.
But we don't even get through the first week.
So what's next? What offensive is next?
Next, we're going to start off with the one that matters. We're going to go to quarterback.
Quarterback?
Quarterback.
All right. Well, see the quarterback.
Who's the Sean Marion of this league?
Wow.
All right. Well, if you want to go quarterbacks, my top 3 quarterbacks would be Drew Brees. I'm very biased to Drew Brees.
You gotta stop saying mine because that means it's gonna be mine too.
That's fine. That's fine. Drew Brees, Aaron Rodgers, then Peyton Manning.
Is
Drew Brees? So you go with
I can ask a question without bias aside. Who would you pick?
Without bias aside,
the top 3 without bias aside.
Without bias, I would go Aaron Rodgers, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees.
Oh, but it's different order than before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean that's I don't know. You can flip them. I feel like
you can flip-flop them any way you want. But my sleeper quarterback.
Oh, sleeper.
My sleeper quarterback.
Always have to have those.
You have to.
Matt Schaub.
You know, I'm not mad at all for that pick.
Matt Schaub.
As long as you have that wide receiver, Andre Johnson.
As long as you have him.
I think you're pretty good. I think. And with the little slot receivers on the side, I think you're pretty good. Matt Schaub has been improving every year, and I'm not mad at that pick at all.
Nope, not at all.
All right.
And if you want to go a little bit even deeper,
who else we got?
If you want to go even deeper, don't sleep on Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan.
I think me and you we're on the same. I'm thinking about the Falcons.
You know who I like also? You know who I like also who actually looks good in the preseason? Joe Flacco. Looks pretty good.
Okay, well, me and you are not on the same page now because I was going exactly where this guy goes. Because you know why? I had Joe Flacco last year, and he was consistent, but he was not giving me the paper.
But you know why? You know why he would be a good pick this year though? Because of his upgraded wide receiver core.
Exactly. He got Antoine Bolden now.
He got Antoine Bolden,
but he's coming off the injury though.
Listen, brother.
I know we respect Antoine Bolden
at wide receiver.
We understand.
Right.
Okay.
He's a legit threat of wide receiver. All that contract talk is over now. He's playing football now.
I think he's gonna play like Tim Brown.
I'm not personally picking him.
I think Anquan Pollard is gonna play the Tim Brown in the Oakland when he was in Oakland. That's what he's gonna play. He's gonna play consistent, but not the big yards that everybody's expecting.
Oh, okay. I understand that. I get that. So those are your quarterbacks right there.
Yeah, those are my quarterbacks.
Running backs. Who we got? Who we're running with?
Well, since we're in a running back heavy league, honestly, depending on where your draft is, like what position you are in your draft, will make your decision on how you pick. But to go with the top 3, you can't go wrong with Chris Johnson. I'm not a fan of Adrian Peterson, so he's not in my top 3. My number 2 actually is Ray Rice, then Maurice Jones-Drew.
Ray Rice, Maurice Jones-Drew. Wow, see, Ray Rice has kind of crept up to the top 5 out of nowhere.
Because he's that.
Hasn't he? I like him when he was on Rutgers on the Scarlet. But he was just that nice. I can't. I would pick him up like that. I was trying to pick him up last year.
Yep.
I just because it's Ray Rice, double R.
Double R,
man.
Double R. You can't go wrong.
His initials is that great since LT. Double R,
which will also be a sleeper back to pick up later on rounds. Just let y'all know.
All right, so that's your running backs.
Yeah, those are my running backs.
All right, anybody sleeper
running back? Jamal Charles.
Jamal Charles from Kansas City. You see, everybody been waiting for him to come off.
And I think he'll do it this year.
I don't think so.
But when you go to Kansas City, but the thing about Kansas City, when you go there, your running potential just goes up there for like 2 years, and then sadly you're gonna go away.
And Larry Johnson.
Well,
Larry Johnson, Priest Holmes.
Oh, Priest Holmes was good for more than 2 years. He had 3.
You're right.
He got injured.
He got injured. That's the problem.
Priest Holmes, yeah.
That was the year they went 13-3, I believe.
He broke his hip.
Yeah, I felt bad for them.
You're a running back, you break your hip. That's pretty bad, But how we looking at in the wideouts? Who we throwing to?
Oh man, there's a plethora.
I think it's a good year for wideouts this year.
It's definitely gonna be a good year for wideouts. Let me just pull up the list real quick. Andre Johnson's top of the list. Randy Moss is gonna have a better year than he's had in since the last 2 years, because I feel that what's his face?
Mr. Tom Brady?
Tom Brady, yes. He's gonna have a comeback year. He's definitely gonna have a comeback year.
He has something to prove.
Yeah, he definitely does.
He really Matt Castle? Are y'all serious?
and now that Wes Welker,
I want to ask, where is he on the list? Where is he on the list?
Wes Welker.
Where would you? Is he sleeper? Is he just the one that
definite sleeper? Because people are gonna sleep on him because of his the injury that he had last season, and since he hasn't had that much playing time with the team and stuff like that, like that's all gonna be taking an effect. But looking at him in the preseason games, he looked like he hasn't missed a step. Hasn't missed a step.
Very interesting stuff there. So sleepers anymore?
Sleepers as far as wideouts.
Yeah.
Well, he's not a sleeper, but he's definitely gonna be a big comeback and make an impact on his new team, T.O.
T.O. I don't know. Is he a sleeper?
No, I have to agree with him. Colson Palmer is way better than J.P.
J.P. Lawson. Trent Edwards.
Come on.
J.P. Lawson didn't play in the NFL last year.
And Trent Edwards did, and that's a bigger improvement.
It was Ryan. I think was it Ryan Fitzpatrick also?
Ryan Fitzpatrick, yes.
Yeah.
Like that's not big of an improvement. When Colson Palmer, come on, he's a huge. He made a couple of wide receivers who they are, Chris Henry and pause.
Wow.
Chris Henry is the one who. All right, rest in peace. And and Hushmanzada. He made them pretty good wide receivers. Even though they had talent on their own, he made their numbers go even higher with his playmaking ability.
Yeah.
You know who also was a breakout last year and is also going to be on the upswing is Pierre Garçon.
Yeah, Pierre Garçon from the Colts. He was pretty good.
In Madden 2011, I'm sorry, even have to bring him to the game. On a demo mode, I had like 250 yards with him. I think he's going to be a problem this year.
He is definitely going to be a major problem.
Harrison's going.
They have right now Reggie Wayne like ranked number 3, but Pierre Garçon is going to give him a run for his money. I'm sorry. Like I feel like he really is the new number 1. What are their numbers? Like 85 and 86?
Yeah.
Like I thought 84.
Hey, remember we forgot about Marvin Harrison. He disappeared after
Marvin
that.
Harrison's done.
Well, the only reason Marvin Harrison because he had a gun charge.
Can't
he
have
black
that.
scored himself too.
He definitely did.
Definitely black.
Being silent on the field does not mean you're silent off the field. Okay, that's a key component. Just because Marvin Harrison, too bad.
Or Marvin Harrison, marvelous Marvin Harrison. All right, let's go to the big guys, the tight ends.
The tight ends. Well, you can't go wrong with Tony Gonzalez.
I think you could.
I think
can't go wrong.
What about Antonio Gates?
He's rated 4. Yeah, he's rated 4, but like you can't go wrong with Tony Gonzalez.
Hey, Antonio Gates played basketball.
You know, but you also have Vernon Davis from plays San Francisco. Antonio Gates, he's gonna have a big year, and Mr. Reliable Dallas Clark.
And Jason Witten.
He is Mr. Reliable. Dallas Clark. You need that first down at 7 yards.
Look at Dallas Clark.
Jason Witten.
What about him?
Very good. Tight end. What are you talking about?
I think he's got a bias. He's a bias.
Kevin Boss is a good sleeper.
Yeah, he definitely is.
Know who's the biggest sleeper? I think that a lot of people are gonna forget about?
Jermichael Finley?
No. The guy he actually was hurt all last year, but is one of the best tight ends.
Vashante Shanko?
Cooley. Ryan Cooley.
Oh,
no, not Ryan Cooley. What's his real name? Something Cooley.
Chris Cooley?
Chris Cooley.
Mm-hmm.
Really good from the Washington Redskins. He was hurt all last year. Very good tight end. See,
and
Redskins.
He does have Donovan McNabb back there, so
he might. Happy. Yes.
He might. Yeah, he is very tight end happy.
So as a guy to look at,
Yeah, definitely.
Now I have a question for you.
Yes.
You went to running backs already, right? Oh, you about to hit the running backs right now.
To get the running backs.
Go to running backs right now before I answer this question.
All right, cool. Go ahead, boss.
Take the instructions.
Now, when you talk about running backs. Now, say you don't have good enough running backs, right? But you have 2 good
backup
quarterbacks.
Mm-hmm.
Would you pick up?
Well, this is not a quarterback heavy league. It depends on what type of league that you're in.
In the league that
we're doing.
Can quarterbacks get rushing yards?
Well, they can't get rushing yards, but they can get rushing TDs.
Now, would it be wise to pick up Mike Vick in the third as your third and final one if you don't have that much of a good?
That all depends on the type of offense you guys. That all depends on the type of offense that.
No, but listen to what I'm saying. You have a team like that has like Chris Johnson and another running back who don't get a lot of touchdowns, but you can pick up Mike Vick who can get rushing touchdowns for you. Would that be a good enough? Or would it be a good pick, like a good strategy?
It's not something that I would do.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't do it only because one, you pick he's only slated as a quarterback. So in whatever league you in, he's going to be slated as a quarterback. He's not like a position player where you can put him as a wide receiver or a running back or whatever the case. Like if you pick him up, he's going to be a quarterback. The fact that he's a mobile quarterback and that he runs, you can get a rushing touchdown, but you won't get the yards, no matter how far it is, and it won't do you any good. I'm
letting you guys know in the next 2 years I'm picking up Tim Tebow, like second round.
Next 2 years.
I feel that Tim Tebow will get a lot of rushing touchdowns.
Because he likes to run and like
he's the next Brett Favre and not sliding.
He
does not slide.
And him being in Denver, it's kind of like him being in Florida. You know, they let him do pretty much whatever he wants.
Go right ahead, do your thing.
Just have some fun. That's all it's all
What about the cannon? Nobody gonna pick up the cannon? That's Jay Cutler.
He gets too many picks. He's too pick happy.
The cannon, man.
Yeah, but he throws.
Okay, that's fine to have a cannon. Great, but as far as fantasy
have some radar
football,
on that cannon. You gotta
as far as fantasy
the
football,
reason I pick him up because I
negative points.
Exactly.
I picked him up. Not picked him up. I had to back last year.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah,
you're talking to last year's champ.
You're right.
You're talking to okay. What happened? What happened, boss man? Edmund Easton.
All right, we're not going to talk about that.
We're not going to talk about it. Well, I'll talk about it for you. Okay.
We don't have enough time today. We are going to talk about, however, is the fact that if you're going to go to your fantasy league, make sure you have a good setup. People do -2 points for interceptions, fumbles.
I believe in our league we have let me see. I'll pull it up, but I think we're doing like -1 point.
-1 point for
every interception.
Oh, before it was -2. That used to kill you sometimes.
That's quite unfortunate for you. But my quarterbacks didn't throw interceptions.
Well, my quarterbacks threw picks. I can't help it. They threw picks.
Look, man, mine didn't, but we didn't get enough points. I had Joey Flacco, okay? I still complain to this day. I thought that would be a great pickup. I mean, he was like pretty good, but nah, I couldn't win with that.
Oh,
it's rough, man. But you know what? That's the way it goes. Once again,
but we never picked running backs though.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
Oh, we did?
We did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Chris Johnson was one of them, right?
You're part of the show, aren't you?
Yeah, but I was helping the guys out. No, this can continue.
Actually, we didn't pick kickers.
Kickers is not important.
No, Adam Vinatieri,
it's like
Jarowski.
Kicker really is a wasted pick sometimes because it's like odds are you're not gonna pick the worst kicker in the world.
Listen,
you're not.
If you're picking a kicker any earlier than the last pick, you're losing in your draft. You're losing in draft. You're losing in your league. You're losing in everything.
I think that you should pick a kicker that plays for a whack team, like a team that can't score because they can just go up to the
kick
field goals.
That's the strategy we're picking a kicker, people. That is the strategy.
Like, what team you play for? You play for the Lions? You play for the Browns?
So 3 points.
No problem. You guys are getting field goals all day.
You have 4 field goals last game?
3 points on deck.
Oh wow.
Hey, those points could change the outcome of the game.
Definitely. They definitely do because they definitely saved me plenty of times last year. Plenty of times last year on Monday nights especially.
Yeah, I noticed.
Oh man, I can't do the sweating this year.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of fun stuff with this.
I'm the champ this year. I'm trying to do a dynasty thing here. I'm trying to repeat. So I'm not even gonna tell y'all my strategy.
Well, how about this? You're going to follow our league. We have a Keep It Real Sports League. It's going to be on the website.
Yes.
It's going to be movements, transactions, everything. We're going to be doing it every week. And it's going to have fun with it. We're not going to go too deep into our league, but we're going to do whatever we can to help you out in your fantasy pursuits in terms of who to start, who to sit, who to, bring up. Because we're going to be we're on Sunday mornings. Of course, when the season starts, we're going to be doing our predictions.
I'm going to be right here.
We're going to be right here, and it's going to be very interesting.
It's going to be better than on Mondays we used to do.
Well, that's why people that chat about don't know about that. We don't know about our new audience doesn't know about that. So
yeah, so I'm saying it's easier for us to give out better picks.
It definitely will be. So we're going to be doing it right before your game start. We're going to actually have the last minute injury updates. Last minute.
Definitely need
I like that.
Last minute. So then, after we're done here at 12 o'clock, you can turn to CBS 2 and watch the NFL Today.
Cool.
From 12 to 1.
That's okay. Nice segues right there, man. I like that.
That's how when you watch NFL football on CBS. That's what we're all about right here.
Of course, but I always bring more than one thing every week. First I have the entertainment versus sports.
Yes.
And then right now I have the YouTube clip of the day for sports. Brandon Jennings and John Wall played together.
All right.
And out of nowhere they just playing, and now they had one sensational play that is everywhere now. If you want to go, you can look at the chat about it right now.
Yeah, KeepItRealSports.com.
Of course, yeah. KeepItRealSports.com. You basically see Brandon Jennings do a behind the back, over his head alley-oop to John Wall, and it's a pretty amazing play.
You might have to tweet that footage to me.
Oh, of course, I got you.
No problem.
We actually have a caller on the line.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a second.
It's coming up right now, but as you can see, John Wall is just pretty nice.
Hello?
Yes. Oh, my goodness. Is that Mr. Danny Clase?
It's been a rough week, guys.
It's been a rough week. Now, Danny, we all know you've been suspended for the last 2 weeks because of the incident you had with your girlfriend's father.
Yes.
Now, we don't know where you are exactly, but what happened? Could you really let us down here?
Coming home after the show, had a rough show. I was flubbing a lot, making a lot of mistakes.
All right.
Towards the end of the show, I sort of let down and failed everybody, and the show became a complete bad show just because of me. I cost the team the game, and basically just failed everybody. And I came home to a house, and my girlfriend was there, and then her father was there, and he was like, I was watching the show. I watch you all the time, and you always blow it at the end.
So your girlfriend's father was criticizing you about your performance on the show.
Yeah, he was talking all this, and I was just not gonna have it. So I smacked him in his face.
So you smacked him in the face. So you're admitting this now, even though there's gonna be like a court case.
Oh wait, I didn't smack.
Oh, you didn't smack him in the face. Okay, you gotta make sure these things are not, said.
I physically expressed myself.
You physically express yourself.
Yes.
All right. That's a lot different, isn't it? Now, I heard there's a videotape floating around now. Is there a possibility that – are you going to be able to come in next week?
Actually, I may have been suspended for another week for my conduct after.
Okay.
Because afterwards, I actually physically expressed myself again.
You physically express yourself again.
I keep physically expressing myself. I don't know how to keep my physical expression to myself.
Is there surveillance video of the actual incident? That's what we want to know.
Actually, I don't even want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about that?
That's not. If you guys get that and you play it, just know that I'm going to be mad when I come back.
If we get it and we play it, you're going to be mad. Well,
yeah, I'm going to be mad, and I will physically express myself.
Well, here's the thing with your physical expressions, which will not happen here. We really don't go off of your emotions. We kind of go off of what we care about the audience. And the listener wants to know what happened, and we're going to allow them to see it next week. We're going to play it next week.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying that you guys are my co-host, and you're not holding me down.
Sorry, you're breaking up.
Actually, oh no, wait. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are my co-host.
No, we heard you. Just ignoring you.
You should hold me down.
Okay.
And if I have to, actually, I'm not even a co-host. I'm an intern. I'm an intern, and you guys are gonna respect that.
Well, at least you know your role. We're gonna respect the fact that you're an intern.
Thank you.
That's very important. And we're respecting the importance of your internships that you have missed.
I will be back soon, man. It's just ever since this happened, man. It's just like my life has been in a whirlwind.
Your life is in a whirlwind.
I can't even make any money because I'm already an intern, so I never made any money.
Never made any money because
I can't.
Okay.
I don't even get a Metro card. It's just rough.
You know, we do care about you a lot, Danny, and for that, we're gonna let you go. Yeah. So keep listening, and we'll see what happens with you. Okay.
All right, man.
All right.
I'll be back. I'm gonna be back.
We know. We care about you, Danny.
Okay. All right. Peace out, guys. Have a good show.
All right. Later, man.
I wish I could close it out for you.
I wish you could too, but you know, Mariano is sitting down now. Okay. That was Danny Clase.
Insightful guy right there.
Very insightful.
Because
he has to express himself physically.
Expresses himself physically. You can't make this stuff up, people.
No, you can't.
Really
you definitely can't.
So, you know, I hope he works out his things. And Stan Talouis will be back next week.
Of course.
Yes.
You know, he goes on his vacations.
Yes.
So he'll be back.
You know, I have one more thing, guys. The people at home, I could still discuss. You know, anybody been upset with the dunk contest for the past, what?
Pretty random to bring out the dunk contest now.
You know why? Because
I don't even really.
You know why? Because
after Vince Carter, that's it.
That's pretty good, yeah. Last week, there was something on a Midnight Madness dunk contest that happens in London, where I watch it every year because it's better than the dunk contest here, but it's not publicized.
Right.
So I seen it this year, and this made, like, the dunks that they have done is really not capable of doing in real life, and they performed it, and I'd never seen this before.
So basically, they took the video game dunks and they made them real.
Yes, basically somebody actually put the ball under his legs all the way around and dunked it. It's playing right now.
I can't really.
That's extreme talent.
He takes the ball, put it under his legs, grabs it. Yes.
Like, okay, not between. We're not talking between.
No, talking about between the legs. We're talking about under the legs.
Like, basically kind of like behind the back, but like in this.
It's in the butt. Yes, under your butt. Under your butt. I'm just
in the sitting position that we're in
right
now.
You know how you dribble the ball under your legs like this?
Right. Like
they carried it under their legs and dunked it.
In there.
Yes.
Well, that's just fantastic, isn't it? That's a lot of talent right there.
Yeah, somebody did a cartwheel, grabbed the ball off the floor, and put it through his legs.
And these people are normal people.
No, they're not.
Okay.
I think they're from the same planet that the Space Jam aliens are from.
Okay.
The Monstars.
Yes.
They're from Moron Mountain.
Moron Mountain.
I watched the movie. It was a good movie.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I think it's pretty much a classic.
Bugs Bunny out-acted Michael Jordan, I'm just saying.
He definitely did.
Yeah.
His comedic skills and writing skills are so above par.
But you know what? Very interesting stuff. But you were saying something about Brandon Jennings and your boy.
Yeah, I just played that. He just put it behind his back, threw it up in the air, dunked it. It was pretty, it was a fancy play. Because no one who would have thought Brandon Jennings and John Wall would be playing together and just in a random pickup game. Yeah. But it happened.
It happens. These things happen. So are they the future, you think, of this league?
Yes.
Even though John Wall has not dribbled a basketball in the
John Wall, that's actually in the game.
The dance.
What he's doing right now, I'm gonna go over there. What he's doing right now.
Why is that in the game? He hasn't scored a basket yet.
Because he did that in college.
So?
Do the John Wall.
Wall.
Do the John Wall.
John Wall. Hey.
But he is in another source, another site. They had a poll of who's going to be the best player in the next decade. Everybody had LeBron. Everybody had Kobe, Kevin Durant, and fourth was John Wall. So people actually have faith in this guy to be the future of this league.
I can't have faith in somebody that hasn't done anything yet. I'm sorry, you have to do something. You have to show me something.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Ed on that one.
Yeah, you gotta show me something.
No, I'm not a big John Wall fan.
I'm not saying you.
I would have been,
but I'm just saying when LeBron came in the league, did y'all see the same thing?
LeBron was different. LeBron was
LeBron had a movie,
and he was 6'9", 240 pounds, and he ran like he's a
like a gazelle.
John Wall has the most publicity since LeBron James.
No,
they ain't making a movie about him yet.
No, when I say since,
when
I say since.
They haven't made a movie about him.
But y'all hear what I'm saying? I said since. I never said he had the same.
Right now?
Because you know what? They had a big hype about Greg Oden.
No, not as big as John Wall.
Greg Oden was a big
Not
hype.
as big as John Wall.
Oh, come on.
John Wall is revered by everybody. They call him like the next Jesus in basketball. They do that.
Listen, no, I don't think so. Because the only reason why I say this is because
except for Earl Monroe.
Is because when LeBron before you knew about LeBron James 2-3 years before he even stepped foot on the NBA
But the
court.
same thing with John Wall. People know about John Wall when he was a junior in high school.
Sorry, sir. I beg to differ.
LeBron was a household name before.
Exactly.
He was even thought about it. He was still
He
in
had
high school.
shirts. He was driving around Hummers.
Illegally.
His sophomore year of high school. Like, it was crazy.
But I never said they had the same. But I said he is the biggest since LeBron. It's bigger than OJ Mayo. Bigger than Greg Oden. Because OJ Mayo wasn't big in high school, and then they messed up for him.
On the internet. He was big on the internet.
Yeah, because of the whole fact of they changed the high school rule.
Right.
If they never changed the high school rule, he would be another big name coming out of high school. But
this is true.
He went to USC. Like, who really goes to USC for basketball?
Nobody goes to USC for basketball. You're right.
Only him and Lil Romeo, who gets cut.
Look how well he did.
Bad boy, baby. But yeah, there's no movies on John Wall.
Just want to wrap things up. Once again, I want to thank everybody for listening today. Once again, you're to catch a replay of today's show, not in its entirety. Go to keepitrealsports.com and check it out. A lot of great stuff there. Also, we're gonna have a new poll up there. We also got the videos that we usually play here.
Oh yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, they're on the sidebar now, so check that out. And we're gonna have a lot more stuff going on.
LeBron James does not have a dance.
All right, check us out next week, same time, same channel. You're listening to Keep It Real Sports. Chat about it. CBS Radio. Good day, everybody.